Aloha, beautiful souls, and welcome back. My name is Marissa Indigo of Divine DNA Blueprint, and today we are going to jump into a very powerful tool for conscious navigation and perception of your reality experience every day in every way. And this is called the teachings of the Nano. So, this is a way for us to more deeply connect with the power of 0 point. In quantum mechanics and quantum physics, we are made aware of this concept known as the 0 point. Many mystical cultures and spiritual teachings from all over the entire globe share about the power of the now, right? The power of the now moment. And in the Vedic teachings, they're talking about quantum science. They're talking about this now, and they're talking about 0 point, that every moment is a new reality. Every moment is an opportunity to start again, right? And I was shown to share this wisdom teaching with you of the nano. So I first heard about the power of the nano from Barbara Marciniak years and years ago. She was channeling the Pleiadians. And one of the very short, succinct sentences that she shared was about the power of the nano and how that was revolutionizing the human experience and paving the way for a lot of changes in technologies as well. And you can see it how nowadays in modern culture, people are more prone to, at least on the mainstream levels of consciousness, receive their information in data bytes, right? In sound clips and very fast, very quick, boop, 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 right? Give me the download, right? And that also has to do with our attention span too, in the linear way of functioning. And so, what this is about is the opportunity to work with the energetics of 0 point. This is a light body technology as well because it's intimately connected with your nervous system. So I'm going to break it down and then we're going to talk about how to work with the nano, okay? So this is for you to have clear perception while your realities are collapsing, while there is shift and change all about you, while you have to be the one that is fully accountable, fully responsible, fully sovereign in your divine sacred capability as a conscious being here for your reality experience and how you show up, right? And how you conduct yourself, right? So, this is a way to navigate clearly. So, you want to start first with slowing down and coming into the breath. We are learning how to descend our consciousness out of just living in the head in a linear construct and in a quantum way, holographic, holistic fashion through the body, through the entire body as a tool of perception, right? So, no longer thinking, but perceiving. But when we're having instances occur, when we are watching so much go on, when we are bombarded with technology and notifications and news clips and sound bites and all of this shit, it's a lot of distractions, right? And that's very easy to get stuck in the head again. So we are learning how to no longer get stuck in the head, but while it happens, and it will for a while, right? This is entrainment. We are rerouting all of our neural pathways. This takes a lot of work and dedication every day. So while this is occurring and we are learning, we are remembering how to be quantum holographic beings again, reading energy again, right? This tool will support you. So first you want to slow down and you want to come into your breath. So you want to descend out of the mind and out of the head and start to come down into the heart space and just inhale and exhale. This is the fastest way to stop the racing mind. Breathe in and out. And you just listen to your breath. Shut off everything else in the mind, put everything else down, and just listen to your breath. That right there would be more than enough for you for the mastery teaching, for your own self mastery to understand how to open the 0 point back up again. So now we will talk about the nature of the mind. Those of us who've studied the yogic philosophies and the yogic sciences of the rishis and the Vedic wisdom understand that the mind, they say the mind, when it is not tamed, when it is not disciplined, when we let it run amok, it can be as crazy and violent and disturbed as horses pulling a chariot and no one is holding the reins, right? So that's a lot of power, a lot of energy, and it's also running amok. It's actually not serving us. It's creating suffering, right? It's creating illusions and delusions and more suffering. So it's very important, first of all, with all of this to understand that you are responsible for mastering your mind. All of the Jedi, all of these different wonderful things we have seen, the superhero movies, right? In addition to all of the spiritual paths, they're always telling us, close your eyes, quiet your mind, come to your breath, come to your heart space, come into your unified holographic state versus the mind that is always churning and running and looking. And so it's important to understand what's happening at a biological level. We have different aspects of the brain, and they also affect the nervous system differently. So many of us, until we start to understand how to access deeper parts of the brain through meditation, through mindfulness, through breath work, through slowing down and starting to regulate our nervous systems, right? We're living in a limbic or reptilian brain, which is a very reactive brain. This is a brain whose sole function is to protect you from danger. Therefore, if we live in that house, we're always perceiving everything as a threat, or we're always looking for a threat. And it's a very fast moving energy. You're always running, jumping, skipping. The mind is always running and going, and you see a lot of suffering from that, a lot of stress, a lot of mental illness, adrenal fatigue. All of these different trickle down effects are happening because we're stuck in one frequency of functioning, which is essentially a high cortisol, really just run amok energy that is totally responsible for all of the wear and tear and the rapid aging that we witness in people here, right? So there's the element of mind that you must learn how to master yourself, to slow down your mind. Then we bring in time. If you are always living in this house, in this lobe of the mind that is about self-preservation, and you're always on edge, the fight or flight response, always looking for a threat, not only are you creating illness and dis-ease in your system by flooding it constantly with stress hormones, right? But you're also living in a completely fabricated or manipulated construct of time, which is very rushed. No sense of any space or time for yourself or to take care of yourself, right? Because you're always in this survival mode. So we have to understand how to work with our minds and how to slow them down. And the best way, like I shared, to enter the 0 point and start to work with the nano is right here, right now, my breath. And that slows your mind. And when you slow your mind, when you're breathing and you're only thinking about your breathing, it's a practice because when you first start to try to slow your mind, everything is going to come up. That's okay. That's just part of it. You just keep coming back. Say, oh, yeah, that, Keep coming back. Oh, wow, yeah, Keep coming back. Breath, breath. So you slow your breathing, you slow your mind, you slow time. And now you've entered the 0 point. And this is where the nano comes in because the nano is going to take us to an even deeper and more intimate in the now unzipping of the 0 point potential. Okay. So this is for you mastery over your mind, mastery through your breath, through your present conscious awareness that is allowed to come forth. So this way you access the higher holographic mind now, integrated with your nervous system, with your body as a biofeedback energy reading instrument. That's what the body is. That's what its capabilities are, right? This is so you can start to navigate through the intensity as everything is shifting all around you, and everyone around you also has their own reality, their own truth, their own way of perceiving that is not yours. So you have to be so strong. That takes a lot of energy. That amount of light of consciousness requires a lot of energy from our nervous system. So the self-care is very important. Right diet, the right content, that we're not putting in negative content. We're no longer buying into the manipulation of the media, right? And the propaganda and the narratives. Seek the information for yourself, and you will be very comforted to discover truth for yourself. This is all part of sovereignty. So this is massive growing up for all of us in order to function, right? And to meet the moments as they come for us every moment. So this is a light technology. This is supporting you to meet the ever increasing, ever intensifying levels of photonic light, the movement and the energy, right? So if we are not aware and we're not present, we will get caught up in that stream and just pulled along in that stream, right? And not even know, like, okay, 70 years went by. How did I get here, right? So it's very important to pull back, breathe, come as close as your breath with this. Step into the portal of 0 point within you. So you want to intend to expand the 0 point frequency band. And maybe you imagine yourself inside of a zero or inside of a sacred circle, right? And we're going to go in the center of the center of the center, and we're going to unzip the now into the most intimate, innermost, right here on me, on my body, in my body, in my breath. I am, right? And you can say some lovely statements like, here I am, and I'm having my moment. You can say your name if you want. I am, fill in the blank, and I'm here, and I'm experiencing my moment. I'm having my moment. This is my moment. And you start to feel the calming in this process, right? You'll start to feel a shift in your nervous system just by focusing on your breath. So this is learning how to work with our bodies and our light bodies. And you've got to have enough energy and a storage, right, to hold the high wattage of the energy that's available here, of this light, this consciousness. And then that kicks on your light body. So you start to see how vital it is that you choose with awareness what you allow in and what you give your energy to, right? So this is all a deep dive, kind of micro lesson, talk about micro, macro, nano, into your light body and into your nervous system and into functioning here as a light being in a physical experience. It's time to own our mastery, to love ourselves, to understand the innate divine capabilities, the sacred technology of our bodies. So you come into the 0 point and you unzip the moment. You claim your moment, you breathe, you let everything else fall away in this process. This is how you get a grip to navigate reality. It's so deeply within, so deeply inside of yourself. Deeply into 0 point, and we will unzip even more. So understand the nature of the mind, of the linear mind, and we're learning now, remembering now how to be quantum holographic mind, right? It's not a monkey mind. It's not a stress mind. It's not a trying to protect or defend or constantly be in emotions of anger and fear, right? Our true nature is peace, power, love, wisdom, capability, the ability to perceive everything and then make an informed decision, right? Right alignment. So this is the power of the nano. And with this teaching, you learn, okay, breath, mind, time, and the now. And I activate. So when you step fully into that piece here in the 0 point and in the micro going into the nano, all of a sudden you have unlocked the separation between yourself and your fullness, your wholeness, the totality of your being, which includes many divine aspects that are very empowered, right? Powerful, peaceful, clear. So it's about rising out of that lower functioning mind, starting to understand that your sovereignty and what we have the teaching, the frequency of immunity, which includes psychic immunity, right? And psychological or mental body sovereignty. So there's a lot of layers to this depth, but this will assist you to clearly navigate. So you're not operating from the root chakra or any separated parts of yourself, right? So then this supports you to no longer loop, to no longer have the reactions, to no longer create or live or function or perceive unconsciously and therefore create karma and have to do it all over again. The keys to the kingdom are here for you now to live your highest timelines, your heaven on earth. And yeah, we have to work for it, right? So thank you for joining me for the teachings of the Nano. And for more in-depth discovery in your capabilities, your light body, the magic that you are, the power, wisdom, love, and beauty of your soul, visit us, divinednablueprint.com. We have a live mystery self-mastery school teaching on Thursdays every week, 5:30 Pacific Standard Time. We have a lot here for you to support you through your journey. There's tons in the description box below, lots of gifts to assist your navigation. And we look forward to seeing you again. So thank you so much. And please feel free to leave any questions or comments below if you need to dive deeper into this, and we'll make another video. Much love. Namaste.